Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to do the assembly drawing. Assembly drawings are quite easy to produce, but you need to have your settings right to start with. I'm going to check my views. So this says bottom here. I actually want it to say front, so my robot is kind of out of proportion into the document. So I'm going to go set current view here as front. So that should bring that plane down to the bottom there. And if I click the front, it should be facing towards me. I'm going to do a save on that and make sure my work is ready to present. I'm going to go up to here and I'm going to set some preferences. Once the preferences open, we need to go down to drawing and then check the settings. So ISO, millimeters. Don't worry about changing that. So it should be on A4 already. We're going to click this one here so it highlights everything below. We're going to change it from first angle to third angle. Third angle is the Australian standard, so it's a little bit like the difference between driving on the left-hand side of the road and the right-hand side of the road. In America, it's different. Same with drawing standards. We're going to go to 2.5mm text, which just means we can fit a bit more into the page. So check those top settings there, and then we'll click Apply and OK. And now we're ready to do the technical drawing. So what I'm going to do is come down here and I'm going to go to New Drawing from Design. We're going to do it from scratch and the settings are correct. When we've got this document open, it should automatically bring a view of your robot in. Double check that it's facing you, so we want to see the front view. If you can't see the face, it is maybe pointing away from you. The scale here, it's a little bit small, so if I did 1 to 1, it's going to be full size. If I go 2, that's going to be half size. If I do 3, it's just big enough to fit on the page when we put the other views in. So I'll click OK to that. You can see it's black and white, and now we're going to set our views up. So we're going to go to this one here which says Project View, and we're going to project up, and this guy should be looking directly down on top and should be aligned. Then we're going to come across here, and this one directly looks at the robot, so it's the correct way. I'm going to put a 3D view in there too, and click OK. Now I can double click this one and change it to either shaded or hidden lines. I think shaded is going to look better on this one. So I've got my 3 views. Now I can dimension this up. So I'm going to press D for dimension, and I want an overall size of what the robot is. So that one there sits nicely. And then I'm going to do the overall height. So top to bottom. I'm going to try and line these up where I possibly can. So I'm going to move this so it kind of matches that. It's going to make it look really nice and neat. And D again to select the dimension. And I can do an overall length here. That's about all we'd normally put on an assembly drawing. We'd open up the individual parts to do single part views. Because this is a fairly simple project, we can break it down a little bit more, and we might be able to do what's the height between the feet here? What's the height between the legs? What's the distance between the top and the bottom of the body? And what's the distance between the top and the bottom of the head? You don't have to follow this precisely, but it just gives you a bit of an indication of what we could put on here. If I was going to give my drawing to someone that hadn't designed it, but they were good at metalwork, and you wanted them to produce your drawing, you should be able to they should be able to make your design from this. So you can go through and dimension up what you need from this. There's a few other things that we could do. So if we want a detailed view of the head, you can use this detail view. We have to draw a circle here of the detail that we want to include. That's going to be a little bit big, so we'll go to there. We'll place that one somewhere where it's logical and click OK. We didn't really get the whole head in there, so we can move this afterwards. And you can see that this is a bigger scale, so we might actually make this one 1 to 1. Rather than changing it there, double click your view and you can change the scale in here. Oops, that's the same, 1 to 1. So that's a full size scale. If you had quite a big kind of more detailed head, you might be able to put the details in order for someone to manufacture this. So we'll leave those ones there and we'll bring this one down so there's a bit more space. The idea is to neatly dimension everything up you need to be able to do it. Remember that we are going to keep these views facing each other. So if I move this one, you can see they move together. That's just the standard for the drawing. So I'll come over to this one. I might want to put this label underneath just to make it look a little bit neater. D for dimension to light that one up, and we can do the overall dimensions here. Do what's required to kind of make this possible to produce. If you want to change the dimensions, you can, particularly the decimal point. So if the 0.37 isn't important, we can change it to kind of hide that size. So this one here, maybe the tolerance doesn't need to be that precise, so we change it back to something a little bit kind of closer to what we want to do. That's it for now. See if you can put any more details in. I might move that around too. Shows the detail view there. Have a go and see if you can produce that kind of assembly drawing. One last thing probably to mention is I don't need to put, say, this one and this one on because it's the same part. So try not to double up on your dimensions. I'll delete that one because it's not necessary. I might move this one in line here too, so it's a little bit neater. Zoom right in so you can line them up. So that's looking quite neat.